Okay, we actually have volume on the bar now. That might mean we have, I don't know.
We're back. Anybody here? Nope. We lost everybody.
Go on your phone and close out that live. Make sure it's. We're gonna edit this out. Thought I had it worked out on your computer, but apparently I didn't. Hopefully this is working now. Nobody's watching. Okay. I'm watching. It's working. All right, we got some feedback there. Sorry about that. Um, we're trying her computer. This is my computer. Apparently, mine works better than hers.
I got mine on sale.
Aces and eights. We're working now. Finally, good grief. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm her tech support, and it's not that great. But, you know. So, back to the stories. This week, we got back from Mexico. We got back to Atlanta Sunday after, was it 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock? I don't know. We got back to Atlanta. We had a big layover. We had to wait, and
you kept taking us to Terminal 1, Terminal A, B,
we switched terminals about 3 times. We had a good steak dinner at the, what was that, Longhorn?
Mahogany? Mulligan's? I don't know.
Some steakhouse. We had a good dinner. We waited. Finally, they delayed our flight an hour, and we were already going to be getting back at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So we decided to ask if we could get put on a flight the next day. So we didn't really get home till Monday, but we got out of Mexico before all the bad stuff went down. So we're home, we're safe, everybody's okay. We got home Monday at
1 or 2.
About 2 o'clock. So anyway, this week's been fairly busy. Other than that, I did some work on the backhoe for a couple of days and then went to work digging at the data center, which we can't name because they're not supposed to talk about who owns it. So anyway, and I even worked Saturday this week for half a day.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your week?
It was pretty good. I mean, the weather was, we got back and the weather was kind of windy and gross. And then Wednesday, it was really nice and warm. So we were both trying to take advantage of being outside. I started taking my cages apart on my garden. And I got done and I was drinking one of those sparkling ice drinks. And it started tasting like dirt and soap. And so I kept clearing my throat. And then it was like starting to burn. So I drank some more. And then I vomited. And then I vomited again. And I looked inside and there was 2 bees inside my drink.
So she's been drinking bee venom.
Yeah. And then Frank comes in and he's like, hey, we need to go count calves.
Yeah.
So we go out and we're driving around. And I'm like, my son's kind of getting thick. It's kind of not feeling great.
She was fine.
And he's like, but we need to count calves. Like, I think
I said you could stay in the house, but you said you wanted to go. So
he dropped me back off and I went and took some Benadryl. I broke out in a rash on my arm and my throat was really raw. And then Frank goes out and he comes back all bloody.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. The camera don't really show it, but I had a pretty good tree slap me across the face. And when it did, I thought when you're driving a side by side, you got the roll cage, and I thought the branch was going over the top, and it actually went right around the upright or the bar on the front, slapped me across the face. I don't know. You guys know how it feels when you get punched in the nose. You might not, but
Don't know.
your eyes just water. You just feel really bad, and so I felt like my eyes might have got damaged. So I ended up going to the eye doctor on Wednesday. Yeah,
I don't remember.
it was Wednesday. I went to the eye doctor Wednesday, had him check me out. Everything was okay.
And I woke up and I wasn't dead, so I guess I did okay.
She didn't die on the bee sting deal. So
it was really rough. I felt
it was harder being home than it
got
was.
the ribs in the smoker and go with ribs. What is that?
What are you doing over here?
I didn't do a thing.
Anyway, we're doing fine. We did better in Mexico than we did at home.
Cozumel was so nice.
Cozumel was very nice. We enjoyed.
We went kayaking and there was like flying fish going around us.
The flying fish are pretty neat to see.
And the snorkeling was amazing.
Snorkeling is it's like you're underwater. You're like in an aquarium, basically, is how I could best describe it.
It was so pretty.
Because the place we stay at, they have a reef. It's not really a sandy beach. I mean, they have an area where you can sit, but they have a reef out front, and they have what do they call that? It's not a boat dock.
Port?
It's a pier.
Pier?
Yeah, where they pull boats in. If you swim out by the pier, if you've seen our Instagram, I videoed some of that, and the fish are just everywhere. It's really neat.
We met some cool people. We met some people from Canada. Is that right?
This
one guy had a little farm of 7,000 acres.
Yeah, he's up there.
He's just a little farmer.
Little farmer.
And then we met some people from Idaho.
We did meet some folks. I hope they made it home okay, because
they
were still there when we left.
And we met a crane operator. Her name was Julie.
Mm-hmm.
And we met some New Yorkers that were working on a triathlon.
Well, I think the man was.
Yeah.
The wife was
just having fun.
Enjoying their trip there.
Really great.
No, we met some friendly people. The funny thing about every time we go to that resort, there's people that's been there like 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's a neat place to go. But the reason we like it, I don't really like to sit on a beach. I don't like sand in my crack. I like to see
That's
fish.
Exfoliation. You pay money for
I can
sand
do
in your
that
crack.
in the pond. I can go down to the pond and get sand in my crack. Anyway.
He gets cedar trees in his crack a lot with the doser.
That happens too. That does happen too. But anyway, we enjoyed the trip. We had a good time. Everything went fine. I'm kind of glad we got home when we did because it looked like things were not doing well in Mexico.
We were driving to the airport and I was like, hey, there's 3 guys in the back of a Mazda with ARs.
Yeah. Things were
That's weird.
A little different. So I'd say that was successful. Thomas, that last footing video was pre-trip. That was probably November. I can't remember. No, it was in December. Caching. I'm trying to think when I did caching. I'll figure that out.
I thought it was in November.
I don't know. Been welding, getting new rubber on a Fiat Alice 65 grader. Kicked up a bit. Nice. Those old Fiat Alices are nice little graders. I guess a 65 is not a real big one, but I'm not real sure. I'm trying to find a date on that video. So what was your favorite part of the trip?
Man, it was just so perfect. I mean, the weather was perfect. The food was great.
January 12th. Sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
January 12th. The food was great. It was just easy. We didn't do a lot of excursions. We went snorkeling. We went snorkeling on this one place, and they took us to like this. We walked just down the road. What was it? Money bags.
Money bar.
Mini bar.
The money bar. You go down to the money bar, you get in the ocean, and you snorkel back.
And it was really cool because there's this old pier
that had been collapsed by the hurricane.
And we saw some really cool stuff, but I was angling for our pier, so I went way out. And then they're like, "Oh, come back this way," and I nearly died. It was a lot of work. It was.
I think we had more exercise. I had more exercise on this trip, just swimming and snorkeling, than I have probably in 6 months.
Yeah,
altogether.
It was, but it was perfect.
But
the weather was great.
Weather was really good. Other than that,
my mom had her surgery. She's still recovering. I'm a little bit confused because they want to send her home Wednesday with 24-hour care, and I don't know how to manage that because I don't know how to do that.
Not exactly ideal.
Yeah,
but
so
we're trying to get her home. Oh man, losing vision in your left eye. Well, Thomas, that's why I went to the eye doctor. I was afraid that if I didn't, I was going to worry about it.
What happened, Thomas?
Yeah, what happened to your eye? But vision is not something I like to mess around with because if I lost it, it's pretty tough to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other reasons.
That's not what he told me was the reason. But,
well, you can't.
But we're not going to talk about that.
You can't hear boobies. That's the best reason. But anyway, my eyes were scratched up.
They were bruised.
One, I still have a little bit of a blur in it when I open my eyes, but they just kind of feel like sandpaper has been rubbed on them. Mm. But there's a tree branch about that big, little oak tree. And if you've been slapped by a tree branch across the forehead with your eyes open, that was the worst part. If I'd have been ready, I'd have blocked, but I thought it was going over my head. It didn't. Anyway, going back to your bee sting, I guess you're recovering.
Yeah, my throat.
She didn't get stung by a bee. She was drinking.
I just swallowed the venom of the bees. And the next day, I felt really lousy. My throat was really raw. I felt like I had sores in the upper mouth. It was pretty rough.
Not a good time.
Mm-mm.
So the weather's been really warm here, so the bees have been pretty active.
Yeah.
We've had
80 degrees.
Yesterday was almost hot. It was really warm out. Yeah. Today's a little cooler. There's a north wind, a little bit of breeze. I was going to go to your YouTube and make sure that your other feed, you stopped it, didn't you? I don't know either. We're fumbling through this live feed deal. I have not done enough live feeds to really understand how they work.
That's not good.
Well, I'm hoping they can fix your eye because that's vision's pretty important.
My dad had eyesight problems, and he would put like a white marker. He could see the color white better, and he would put it on his Dodge so that he could see where the speed limit is.
He shouldn't have been driving.
So I think he had, I can't pronounce it, diverticulitis.
Something like that.
Anyway, things weren't, some days he'd have good days, some days he'd have bad days. One time I went to take him to the doctor and I couldn't find him. And he was having a good eyesight day, so he decided to drive himself, but he didn't tell me about it. And I was really upset because I thought he was dead somewhere. So Thomas, if you need somebody to give you a ride, let them know that you're feeling good to drive. Because that's really upsetting.
Yeah. Not sure how you turn it off.
I don't know either.
I guess it's going to work out. But anyway, so plans for this week, I got more backhoe work and we might have rain coming. So
yeah, my mom might get released, but I don't know what to do with her.
So ought to be an interesting week. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that happened at the resort when we were every night they have like an event where they did karaoke and we got to hear people sing. We
A
didn't.
lot of Canadians.
The Canadians killed it with karaoke. I thought they did great. But anyway, I'm not good at. I wouldn't be good at it. They did better than I did.
Yeah.
They got up and sang. But the karaoke was fun to watch. And what else?
They did
The
some kind
circus.
of fire.
Oh, they did a fire show.
Fire show.
Fire show is always something they do down there. And it's
One time, it was like, I don't know, some guy was playing a flute out of a.
that was 2 years ago.
I know, but he was playing a flute out of a.
He made a flute out of a snorkel he found in the ocean.
It was very awkward.
Yeah.
He made a lot of eye contact.
It kind of reminded me of
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre music, pretty much. But
Yeah.
that was a couple of years ago. But anyway, they had a circus show, and I got involved in that. Rebecca posted a little clip of that. She probably ought to put it on YouTube too, because they basically pulled me up out of the audience. And if you didn't watch the complete show, it didn't make a lot of
Wouldn't
sense.
have a clue.
But there was a clown that was always forced to go sweep the floor, and she was wanting to do other things like dance and have fun. And the circus boss, he kept putting her back to work, so she enlisted me to sweep the floor. So that's the little clip there. I didn't like the circus boss because he was mean to her.
And then there was a couple from Claremore,
Yeah,
Oklahoma, and
yeah, he got put
he got put.
in a bad spot.
They like bound him up and started putting balloons around him and popping the balloons.
They put a blindfold over his head or a sack over his head, and they would put a balloon in under his arm, and the clown would pretend like she threw a knife, and actually
it was just the other guy that was just jabbing it.
But anyway, it was pretty fun. The people there, I feel really bad for the people that work in Mexican resorts right now, because after all that's went down, things are not going to be the same. They're going to lose a lot of money, I think. But I'm happy that we got to go when we did,
me too.
because
It was so nice.
if we would have been worried about this happening when we went, we probably would have said, no, this is not going to be any fun.
But we did go to Las Vegas when COVID came through, and we shut down Las Vegas. We shut down Mexico this time.
We pretty much got out of Vegas in 2020 when that happened. And with COVID. So
it's just part of life.
You might not want to invite us to your place, because bad things happen when we get there, I guess, or when we're getting relief. It's like,
I don't care. We had fun.
So Thomas, I hope we get some rain here. We've been awful dry. It's been a pretty, I'd say, a drought season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Other than that, what's going on?
My tomatoes are growing. They're about this tall. I've got them on timers so that the lights come on and turn off automatically. Been taking them outside, letting them get a little bit of wind, because you got to put them through boot camp.
Tomato boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
So here before long, we'll be clearing the garden and getting it ready for. May have to get the old case.
Yeah, we're gonna need some help.
I got an old case 444 lawnmower that a guy gave me, and it's pretty cool. It's got a rototiller on it, so may get out there and get some tilling done.
Our apricot trees decided to bloom. They're idiots.
Our fruit trees in Oklahoma are blooming.
They don't understand.
And they will probably get frozen, because winter's not over.
I mean, it's just now March 1st.
It feels like, right now our
warm.
ground temperature's really, really warm.
Yeah, and the cedar pollen's been really strong.
Yeah, allergies been bad. The fires were mostly out there were a few down around Guthrie. I read it. Hang on.
I know.
The fires were down around Guthrie, Edmond, Oklahoma City, and then the biggest ones were out in the Panhandle out by Woodward. And they went up into Kansas. So we're safe from fires. Nothing here. What are you laughing about? You want to read it?
Yeah. So, got any advice for someone about to lose their due to ongoing backhoe maintenance? I don't think I can relate, but maybe this guy could.
I've been there the last few weeks.
And trackos
Honestly.
and dozers.
Well, no, I mean the backhoe's really been.
Yeah,
I've been having.
We're gonna have to get a new one.
I feel for you. There's hopefully you can get through what you're working on and get ahead of it. But the best thing about it is if you stay on top of your maintenance and you actually get through all of it, at some point you'll get to go enjoy running it and make some money, which hopefully. So hopefully your backhoe's not in the shape mine's in. I think yours is probably a little newer and a little better, but they all have to have maintenance on them. And I don't know that it matters if it's just backhoes or dozers or trackos or trucks or whatever, but there's always something. I mean, she doesn't probably see it as much as I do, but
pretty sure I don't.
It's a
I just have confidence that he'll get it taken care of.
Well, it's just a constant. There's just a constant issue with anybody that works with dirt equipment. I think and maybe some of the, maybe Thomas or some of the other guys have some better advice for you than I do. But other than going and buying new equipment and having a dealer come and fix it, and then your machine disappears for 2 weeks
or a month. And you're making payments
and you're making payments and you don't have a machine. I couldn't tell you other than I have to fix my own stuff because that's just the way it goes. Not fun. And you probably will lose your shift or whatever you said there. You might once or twice.
It's okay.
Man, I hate to hear that. Everything's going wrong at once. It seems like that happens.
That's why hoeing isn't easy.
Well,
it sucks.
It seems like it's never just an easy fix and you're done. It's like, well, this problem happened. This week alone, I re-welded another crack on the backhoe boom and rebuilt both stabilizer cylinders. I've got parts in the box out here that I haven't even got out. That backhoe's on the job right now. It's going to come home next week. I'll probably have to do some more maintenance next weekend. It's an ongoing deal. I mean, if you don't use them, they don't break. But if you use them a lot, they will need some grease, air, oil, always. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
he takes care of his bees.
I try to. I mean, another thing I do that you don't really see on video is at least once a month or so, I take the Kenworth in the shop. I grease all the fittings on it. I adjust the clutch if needed, check the belts, go through everything, grease it. It's just I guess it just becomes part of life. I don't know. I think you just kind of, maybe I don't see it, but you know, there was a time there a few years ago that I was fighting with leaking swing cylinders, and I would weld them up and they would crack and they would leak, and it's like I needed to be working, and it's really hard to get that fixed, and I didn't think I was ever going to get ahead of it. Finally I did.
Yeah, you gotta stay on top of it.
Eventually you will, if you're persistent, you will eventually get on top of everything. Hopefully, I don't know what all problems you're having. I know here a while back you sent a message asking about changing the bushings on your swing cylinders. Those are a bear. That's one of the hardest jobs I've done on mine. But hopefully it's not engine problems or anything bad. But I've had a hydraulic pump on mine went bad. I had to replace it because it had a crack in the casting. And that's one of them oddball things that probably don't happen that often, but ended up having to replace a pump, and that was on top of fixing swing cylinders that were leaking. And there's easier ways to make a living. I'll just say it that way. Dirt work with equipment, I don't think it matters what brand you got. It all breaks. hopefully it doesn't all break at the same time. Now, when that happens, that's pretty tough. Hang in there, Joe. You'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get on top of it. But we have been talking about looking into buying a newer backhoe, and
It's going to have to happen.
at some point.
We'd like to get the Traco paid off before we got that new backhoe, just to have it.
Might need to sell the Traco so I can buy a backhoe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I doubt that happens, but right now backhoe work is
busy.
It's busy, so which is a good thing and a bad thing, because when you got a wore out backhoe, then you're looking at, you might have to upgrade or something, but it's okay. It's how, there's been times that we couldn't figure out how we were going to pay our bills, let alone buy backhoe parts. So we've been through it.
Yeah.
And we've kind of got on top of some of it, like the bills being paid, or that's taken care of. But I would say the easiest way to do dirt work would be to rent equipment, just not make as much money. Just when you have a problem, just say, bring me another one.
Mm.
But outside of that, it's not easy. I am blessed to have a lot of work right now, and things are looking good for the next several years on this one project. And not only that, but I've got other customers that are calling me in, and I've got an apartment footing job. I'll put a video out on it probably next couple of weeks, but they've already told me, like, if you get off work a day or two, come on down.
It's good job security, because there are times when the phone doesn't ring at all. Like, nobody's calling at all. It's just birds.
Yeah.
That's why we wanted the Traco, so that he could do off.
Well, the Traco is a different line of work.
It would be a different revenue.
Direction. So that's why we're here working on this YouTube channel for her, so she can make us all the money.
That's right. Retirement plan. That's all we got. Not all the cylinders.
That's a big job.
How do you bite an elephant? One bite at a time. You just got to take a little bite. Don't
That's
look at the whole picture.
That's how you eat an elephant, is one bite at a time. You're right.
But if you look at the whole picture, you get really, really stressed out. Just start.
One thing I've learned about hydraulic cylinders, and I don't think this matters what brand you have, but at a certain age, they go bad. So when I look at buying an older backhoe, I know I'm probably going to have to replace all the cylinder seals in it, because no amount of maintenance will keep a cylinder from, they have plastic seals. Plastic seals deteriorate, and age is part of the reason they go bad. So that's one of the bad things about buying an older backhoe, is I know if I buy one, if I see one cylinder leaking, pretty soon all of them are going to be leaking. And man, the big hose to the pump, several pins and bushings, that's big money right there. So that's a tough one to take all at once. I understand. I think Thomas is probably right about seal quality aftermarket. I don't know on New Holland. I've ran New Holland seals and I've ran aftermarket. I think it's an age. I don't know. I think it's an age deal. Caterpillar might be different. Maybe their seals last forever. I don't know. But I don't have experience with John Deere or Cat that much. International, a little bit. All of them are old. They all need replaced. Anyway, we're talking about things that have nothing to do with your channel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who wants to talk about cooking? What are we cooking tonight?
I'm doing fresh green beans and chicken parmesan, or parmesan chicken.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Parmesan chicken's always good. Like good leftovers too.
Has a stick of butter in it. You can't go wrong with a stick of butter.
Can't go wrong with that.
The green beans have bacon and onion in them, and they're fresh.
And the house smells like bacon from cooking that, so that's always a good thing. So moisture, Thomas, you think moisture has a effect on cylinders? Probably does. I don't know. I know that old Trico had some moisture in it. I went through every cylinder on it, and those were not cheap. And I went through a few hoses, and we don't keep a tally on how much money we spent and how much time I spent on that Trico just getting it ready. Now, right now, it's not making any money, but it has made some back, and it will make more back.
Yeah.
But that goes back to when I talk about how that buying brand new equipment and having a payment is a problem, because you're going to own a piece of equipment. If you have a 5-year note, you're going to probably have seal replacements and hose replacements before that 5 years is up. So if you're maxed out on that payment, it's going to be tough to go buy a seal kit. But if you got one paid off, then it's not so much of a big deal. It makes it easier. And if you can get one machine paid off, it can help pay for the other one's repairs. Another way I look at it. But I look at it different than a lot of people. So, what are you cooking tomorrow? You got the whole week planned?
I'm gonna do cowboy lasagna.
That's always good.
I've never made it.
I thought you had. What's that? Oh, it's
cowboy casserole.
Cowboy casserole.
It's cowboy week.
We had that yesterday. It was good.
Yeah.
All right. What's cowboy lasagna?
It's Trisha Yearwood's recipe.
Oh, that ought to be good.
Don't know. We'll try. I don't know. I gotta wait and see if my mom's getting checked out.
Yeah, we gotta.
I kind of got some big holes in my week of not unknowns. What am I doing with her?
Having that on your plate on top of trying to work and take care of a house and everything else is a lot.
It's a lot, because I just don't know what's happening, and then it's like I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row, and my mom's just going 52 card pickup, and then I'm just like, I don't know how to do this. Oh, you're going to compete against me? Okay, let's do it.
He's going to have some deep fried chicken and fries. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I have talked to Jeff, and he is healing. He's got a long way to go. I'm not at liberty to say what all's going on with Jeff, but he's in good spirit. You know Jeff. He's a good dude. He'll get through it.
It's just going to be hard for him to be down for a while, and he is
a very busy person, and having a broken ankle is going to be really hard on his mental. Just not being able to get out in the shop and work.
He did comment on my short on Instagram, said it was the shortest short he'd ever seen.
It was the shortest short anybody had ever seen. But Jeff's doing okay, as far as I know. I haven't talked to him recently, but like I say, I'm not at liberty to talk about.
It's his story to tell.
That's his business, not mine. But he does have a busted up ankle, and he's trying to recover from that. Yeah. I can say that. But Jeff's a good friend of mine, and always will be. But hopefully someday I can go see him.
It's on his bucket list.
That's something I want to try to do this year, is go up and visit with Jeff and maybe help him work on some equipment. Well, I'm glad you reached out to him. I think it's important to reach out to the person directly.
Yeah, it's his story.
Something happens, because, like I say, even though he's a public person, there are things that he shares only with certain people, and that's okay. It should be that way, because, I mean, there's things in my life I can't share on Instagram or YouTube, or I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want that to be known by the whole world that don't even know me. Now, people that actually know me, that's a different deal. So, yeah.
Well, I hope we have a good week this week. And
yep. Sorry for the slow start on this live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in,
Yeah.
even though and waiting through this. I know it's
Kind of frustrating.
very frustrating for you guys.
We'll learn sign language.
Well, hopefully we'll figure the computer situation out, get a better setup on this. But we do plan. I apologize for not doing a live stream last week, but we were in Atlanta Airport and we were going from gate to gate to gate, and
Yeah.
it's like they kept moving the flight, and then they delayed it. And it's like,
Yeah.
if you've traveled much, you understand you get pretty tired, and we were.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a very good one.
Nah.
So, anyway, I'm gonna let you finish it up.
Okay, it's on me.
It's your channel.
I guess we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we'll have something exciting to talk about. Sorry we're so boring. But sometimes boring's good, right?
Not all bad. Well, I hope you guys have a good week. Joe, I hope you get that backhoe back together and get it making money. I've looked at some E-Series John Deere's. I didn't miss your comment there. I'm just not a fan of their cab. I can't handle them windows in the back. But anyway, we'll get everything sorted out. Sorry, I'll start talking over you again.
You're good.
Close this out.
All right, hoeing isn't easy.
Thank you guys for watching.
See you next week.
Yep. How do we end it? Oh, you push this button here.
Here.
We're still not
We're
ending.
still ending. Don't go not yet.
All right,
There
we're
you
done.
go.